Hey guys, Rob to the Third Bad Poncho Outdoors. Today we're talking about my top 5 winter baits. You know, as the Starks say, winter is coming and it's time to get prepared. So we're going to start by throwing something really quick, something you can drop, something you can throw, something you can cover a lot of water with. The Jackal TN70 is my go-to for this. I like this bait because of the tungsten lip. Tungsten lip allows the bait to fall drastically to the bottom. When you rip it, it falls drastically right back down. You see I've used this bait a ton. It is beat to crap. Love this bait. Next up we have the Wigglewort. Wigglewort has been a staple in the winter for a long freaking time. It's an Ozark bait. A lot of guys will say the new ones aren't worth a crap, but I've caught more fish on the new ones than the old ones. Maybe it's because I have found the new ones more than the old ones, but it is what it is. The new ones have a really nice pattern. This is the new yellow craw pattern. These things have been phenomenal for me. The small profile sometimes gets me more fish than throwing a big deep diver. But I'm throwing around submerged islands, submerged grass. I'm throwing around underwater points, things like that. This is usually my go-to, that way I can scrape the bottom, hit rocks, hit timber, hit something to get a bite. This is going to be my go-to. Next up we have an odd one. This is one nobody really talks about, and I don't know why. This is a Lure Jensen speed trap. The Lure Jensen speed trap has a triangle-shaped body. You can see here, it's got a drastic point and a flat bottom, and a pretty generic square bill. This bait has got a pretty wide wobble when you burn it. If you can do it nice and slow, it seems to have a little more managed wobble to it. And that rattle is something a lot of fish don't hear. I will throw this around with this. The TN70 and the Lure Jensen speed trap are usually my go-tos for covering a lot of water in the winter. But when those things just don't produce and you need to go a little bit slower, a jig is hard to beat. This right here is a custom kicker jig tipped with a Trigger X flap and craw. Both are kind of hard to come by unless you're up north. So I'll put a link down below, and the kind of generic versions of this. Usually I use a Trigger craw with just a basic football head jig and throw it around deeper water, usually ledges, stumps, brush, things like that. Things that I can't throw any of these other baits in. But if I find the fish are up shallow and they're in what's left of the vegetation, usually they'll be in kind of dead grass, dead pads, things like that, I'll go to the spinnerbait. And I'll go to a spinnerbait tipped with a tube. I think the tube gets me a lot more bites because it still has a skirt. It's a big bulky bait, and with the advantage blades, it has a lot of flash. It's a pretty weedless bait. A lot of guys don't give the spinnerbait the credit it deserves, and it's sad to see. I guarantee you, if you throw a spinnerbait for a full day, you'll probably catch a good fish, if not a few good fish on it. So that's why it's always in my spring, summer, winter, fall top 5s. I love a spinnerbait. It is my go-to for any time of year because of its universality. The nice thing is you can throw it deep, you can throw it shallow, you can throw it next to pads, you can throw it next to docks, you can throw it wherever you need to throw it. Just change the weight and you're fine. I want to know what you guys do in the winter. I want to know if you throw a fluke, spinnerbait, drop shot, what you do. Let me know down below, guys. As always, please like, subscribe to this video. Good luck on the water. Have a good one.